In 2002, this company comes out of nowhere, buys Blue Sky, and landed it on the Forbes top list of 200 best small companies in the United States. In 8 years to today, but this if we would back up to when Monster was marketed probably 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, within 2 years they went from bankruptcy to one of the top 200 companies on Forbes' list in the United States. It says most companies spend their money on ad agencies. They spend their money on ad agencies, TV commercials, radio spots, and billboards to tell you how good their products. Now this is straight off their website. At Monsters, we choose none of the above. Instead, we support the scene, our brands, our athletes, and our fans. We back athletes so that they can make a career out of their passion. We promote concert tours so our favorite bands can visit your hometown. We celebrate with our fans and riders by throwing parties and making the coolest events we think of a reality. At Monster, we're all about things you care about. Doesn't this sound like something that Satan, I just care about you. I want to be involved in your life. I want to help you do the things that you want to do. What kid dreams about landing a 9-to-5 job? We all dreamed about being pro athletes and musicians and living the life. And we know it takes encouragement and support to make that dream a reality. So we created the Monster Army to back the next generation of pros. And here's some interesting things. Some companies won't let you have any of their gear unless you're on the payroll. We're all about the fans rocking the Monster logo the way they want. On hats, shirts, MX bikes, trucks, gear, or even on themselves. Our idea of promotion isn't giving away a TV you already got. Ours is offer VIP access, insane trips, hanging with top musicians, athletes, and real gear, helmets, and everything else. Basically, they're saying this. All these other companies are going to charge you to market their logo. Monster will give you their logo. You go out here and hang a Coca-Cola banner saying they sponsored you. If they ain't sponsored you, you're hung. You've copyright infringed upon them. If you hung up a Monster logo, they wouldn't say a word. They'd be glad you done it. Matter of fact, they'd probably send you more stuff to hang up. Now, listen to this last paragraph. In short, at Monster, all of our guys walk the walk in action sports, punk rock music, partying, hanging out with the girls, and living life on the edge. Monster is a way more than an energy drink, led by our athletes, musicians, employees, distributors, and fans. Monster is a lifestyle in a can. So you're promoting your product as a lifestyle of hanging out, partying, hanging with girls, and what do you choose as your logo? Is that not insane? And that is intentionally. There is no way you can, I can't sit here and go buy a product and make this stuff up. That is intentionally done. And remember this about Satan, and then I'll get more into the mark. We'll get into the scripture here in a minute, but think about this for a minute. Satan is the god of this world, and he has the right to control the wealth of this world. He can make who he wants to be rich, rich, and who he doesn't want to be rich, not rich. He has that power and authority to do so, because he looked at Jesus and said, I'll give you the kingdoms of the world. He couldn't offer him something that he couldn't actually give him. So it's interesting to me that a company within a couple of years goes from bankruptcy to top 200, and their promotion is a carefree, live it wild, anything goes. Basically, if that ain't the New Age movement as that you're your own God and you do your own thing, what kid dreams of a 9-to-5 job? I wonder how many kids right now would give anything if their parents had a 9-to-5 job. So that's interesting. Let's go. There's another on that series right there. Keep going. I think there's another one. I want to show you something. Go past that one. We'll come back to that. Here's another energy drink from California. It's called Lost. On the back of it, and of course I don't have it because it's not really marketed around here. I haven't seen it anyway. I looked for it, but I couldn't find it. On the back of it, it says something about you've now heard the truth or something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, let me show you something about this this energy drink. This is another company. This is a separate company. This is just a group of skateboarders. They put this thing together. The energy drink's called Lost. They make a variety of them. Now, I can prove you without a shadow of a doubt how ingrained this logo, what they do with it is. Number one, look at the O in this. Do you see the O? See it now? And then, of course, they got a little crescent moon in it, but that don't mean a whole lot. What is this? Saturn. See the planet? See the ring around it? Did you know Saturn gets its name because it's supposed to be the planet for Satan? Certain times of year, you can see Saturn pretty clearly. And certain times of the year, they will call it the morning star. Now look at the S. See the S? Looks like lightning, don't it? Okay, that could be number one, could be lightning. And I saw Satan fall like lightning. Now back up though one slide, I think, Carol. If you look up in that upper right-hand corner, do you see anything? Does it look like that? Do you want to know what that is? That's Anton LaVey's symbol for Satan in the Church of Satan. Now, watch this. Go back to that next slide. You see it there, right? Go to the next slide. There gives you a pretty good picture of it. Lost, the energy drink. See the S? See the Saturn? See their logo? Go to the next slide. Do you notice anything different? The S is different. Don't tell me that S on the... Now back up the other logo. Don't tell me that S ain't intentionally made that way for that very reason, because look at another one of their logos. Now, I don't have the red can. It's a lot more... That's called Cadillac, but they got one that's red, and I can't remember the name of it. But if you would unfold that, go to the fourth slide from there. That is that can unwrapped. Now, let's look and see what all's in that can. Skull and crossbones, skull, radioactive symbol, gas mask. There's some kind of harlot woman. Up here in the upper right behind that skull and crossbones is a needle, a hypodermic needle. Look at the woman that looks kind of like a devil that's got bat wings coming off her back right over top of the logo. Guess who's drinking 99% of this stuff? California, but in that area. Explains a lot, don't it? It'll be here before you know it. Kids. There's probably about as much caffeine in that thing as probably about a pot of coffee. They was making an alcohol version of these energy drinks that they banned because it was killing people. I can't make this stuff up. This is why I wasn't ready last week. It's why when I got into this, I was getting into some stuff. I said, wait, I got to go a little further. I got to go a little bit further. But there it is. That's as plain as your nose. Do you notice how they manipulate the logo? One moment it's got an S, next thing it's got this other symbol in it. And here's this can. If you was unwrap this can and look at everything that's on this can, and it's layered. They've got their name and then they've got all the ingredients and stuff. You can't really, you would have to be hard-pressed to really try to look through stuff because of the way they layer it. But that's what's in it. I don't know that there ain't a bunch of... See, if anything society has learned is to get what you want, you have to train a new generation. Okay? That's why the homosexual agenda is adamant about teaching this stuff in grade schools. They're not going to change the parents. They've learned you're set in your ways. You're absolutely not going to change your viewpoint. You were raised this way. But if I can teach your kids, I can change the generation. Do you understand that there was a generation not too long ago that absolutely would not accept mixed marriages? And there's still a lot of older people like that. But what happens, you got a generation that comes up in that's more used to that,